Kumasi. Na Accra de ene mensem dodo na wa Accra ba ma memfa Kumasi de ni ntwem.
And for okay.
Yeah, and so exclusive. Exclusive or semi deba. Onim say Coach Karim Zito ana Coach James Akwasi Appiah meeting bi sa course kwaku. Na meeting na course no. Coach Karim Zito de to Coach Akwasi Appiah nim say Albertamwa ase ohune say oyusu no as auxiliary striker anasa winger ho a boy need to me perform very well ono ne buy kakra na aba be hu as an interim coach se bibia ansesa se omema na to aso anaso ba kwa ne technical director no ono na dwimu no obefa Kotoko no de ohu ne say Albert Amwan oboni behind the main striker, that's second striker, and also mani operate as a winger. Boy ni effective pa. So emu be hia say Kotoko be pe another striker ediaba, a center forward ediaba. That could during the meeting, unim di akopiem. Faisal Charwetey, Coach Karim Zito akachire Coach James Akwasi Appiah say ohun se Faisal Charwetey be bua Kumasi asante Kotoko. We exclusive am dey free Kumasi asante Kotoko e dey broad no. So meeting na se no Faisal Charwetey din ekopiem wo ho. Most likely say strikers e wo Kotoko no. Ba ku betu kwan ba ko so mbeja no kwan.
Chemwe. Kwame Poku kwan.
And you send me the main come.
And she send there also why ni na. Kwame Poku kwan.
Oh baby o kon dey show.
It's Kwame Poku beko na eduku ene why na ompeso mu ja.
Ba ku betu kwan. Most likely na ba ko.
Into beso ma eduku ko. Nom ko fa striker foforo ba enti sa.
Enti meeting ase no.
Na ba ku betu kwan na ba ko ye beja ne kwan. Se na mehia tu aka ho.
Se eboboba.
Na Charwetey ball no ma hwe ne style ne ye style ono nko abetimi agina asanama na ye hold up sa na, because if you are playing Albertamwa as someone who be taking advantage of the number 9 to be going to spaces, the number 9 will have to have a unique character crowd. Good. They should look at that, and not just about bringing in a striker kiku.
So yo meeting aseno. Coach Karim Zito e peja Faisal Charwetey din no. Ana James Akwasi Appiah akachire Zito say Faisal Charwetey no proposing na fani hu details ebra de krontia e wo so ba Kotoko.
Convince me.
Yes. Enti se menya Faisal Charwetey de fani to sna nkofo nhwe no. Faisal Charwetey Coach Karim Zito Coach James Akwasi Appiah akachire ne say Faisal Charwetey na so de opeso ba details there na wo say wo hu onimu there no de beka Kotoko team no ho my details the reason why wo say e kofa ne ba all the details ne ba na ye convince ye be share negotiation as with Nations FC on say Faisal Charwetey ofri Akachi All Stars ne buy and obe sign 3 years and after 3 seasons said man Nations afin we twa first year no na first season awie akatu ewo enti James Akwasi Appiah catch Zito say on for details on convince Kotoko company for the reason why I was a Faisal Charwetey joining. Say we are convinced na details ni very good on be negotiation ase. Na me hwehwe mu kakra ma ye no. Ade ba ko e ma Coach Karim Zito pena asempa no. Uyi ni goals ni si nchen a. Ade ba ko a o ma Kotoko company for ni ti ase ni ese o se o striker. Oppressive.
And the strength part no.
Oppressive. I will bet me using as a pressing trigger.
Charwetey strength no.
Enti adia man ni G Faisal Charwetey no obi oppressive pa or running. I'm an cite example say obi to say mukwela de ni bi.
Charwetey strength the pressing.
So who you goes ni sin China or obi of man goes so but at the same time without the ball.
Minim say wo twema konkan. Maybe wa konkan bebre but questions be ho a I was say Ghana for so maybe say on behalf of them.
So
and you know assembly so the was some but some more questions be say bisa say Zito extra system or person obo and in the place no omo agya to say Zito no na be adwuma no ana
say enyo no mpokro technical director
yeah technical director no me be coach na me here a striker on presi bebre ba o technical director inti be say mo say ono na eto aso ana
de kika ko die ya yo no de kika ko die
because clearly
adwuma no se hweansa Zito na be adwuma no
de kika ko die
because tio say Zito no pe striker say presi bebre be yes sir Kwame Poku will be ineffective because Kwame Poku style enye sir but enunti ena Kotoko ye okay to let Kwame Poku leave now because Africa now work on you also need experience
and so enso hia pa
inti nkomo na omudi no mundi ni hie because more person mo ball league ni bio na South Africa no na ye mo target South Africa na ye mo target why do you want to let go your striker it is not as if he's not performing but okay deal abani emanu ko because me crown me pe striker obema different way it's nkomo na omudi ni hie o
but one thing is say as to say Kwame Poku beko anase onko no enye setting for now
Kwame say him there we are aware there we are aware there because the entire maker say see you cannot buy Charwetey and put him on the bench
there be also
and I want to mean what Charwetey mba better more Kwame with the same game what I say inti Charwetey profile no pressing in na say well anyway but the chomo kwese
but there no
and some they will be break but recruitment and some they drew Akwasi Appiah misrem woni nko ho
over Kwaku personally based on the minimum any information I mean how Kotoko pese omoye next season no any project na that Kotoko any for the next 5 years no I think Faisal Charwetey be good for the project maybe enye fanise ne first year ni but be good for the project because project no machine no which in common na ye di no me mun say personally Faisal Charwetey fit into that project okay say they no mo koye meeting no project no mo share ne
make side we
so me mun say of it
you see the best part of the project is having money to keep your best place
and so there
is no project if you cannot keep your best place
and so the first thing
exactly
the first important thing mami nim say big
I think that when we are talking about Faisal Charwetey, he's one player who has really impressed this particular season.
Nations for Niger about the Kawasa.
I don't know Moja.
Now almost Africa no munkobia no musse menganje bza Africa no mojo munka ho ana.
O betimi atofofo. Akwaku.
Nations betimi atofofo.
Oh yes.
Na Kotoko so Kotoko.
Asamoah what be shego stop to no Charwetey.
Say Dortmund mo Champions League. But onya papa bia na ban mu league akofa. Panyi
ade we nations
for na ati eti Poku to be honest he's one player when impressed this season na Ghana Premier League ni mo so follow Ghana Premier League na obehu sa branch any more was ropa not just about say Kumasi Asante Kotoko nko but there are clubs oshiomwa we impress as we speak ope top scorers for Ghana Premier League ni mo untimi nyi Faisal Charwetey mfemfim obi oye debutant how quick I was settle we league ni mo and there are a lot of young players obeba league ni mo no ebe taking the time kaka and sana watimi are finding the feet and answer the scoring boots e Ghana Premier League ni mo abra omobida because it is a very difficult ground but from the lower division of Ghana football branch this season ope players how much goals kesi ya obe Steven Amankona how no na 13 goals e Ghana Premier League ni mo e de free o uwia Kwame Pong ene eye Faisal Charwetey e na ahye kese e league log net which is 11-11 it is certainly a branch na prove it is a Kumasi Asante Kotoko per striker no mu decided to measure Ghana Premier League mo one for the sake of adaptation obi onim the Ghana Premier League terrain dada omo be fana ba Kumasi Asante Kotoko abranti ene fete uye no ni free one ma how ba Nations FC in the first season and in the first season in the Ghana Premier League what adapted to the system of Ghana Premier League any Nations FC HSA clearly oyobi or settling them and or a fast learner. It clearly or take our box and so for Kumasi Asante Kotoko in the search of a striker. And then again, Obi to say Steven Amankona, Abebo Kumasi Asante Kotoko, near man Kong Kayam Famano, or free Asante Kotoko, Kobe Kum Chelsea, who performance. But I'm not sure, Asante Kotoko per striker, Obi decided to Besayako for Amankona. Debbie, it is a on-sign cover Mankuna. Clearly, a player no more numbers will league in it to be and Obekwa Kofa. It is a Mankuna you now probe on watching goals. Now decided to Obefa Faisal Charwetey. It is a step in the right direction. And aside that, coach no only one and then the kind of players who bet media Juma. And so my results are all sheno aba etimigidi se Kumasi Asante Kotoko de esese omo ye kwan bi esese omo faso no munya mrantie na coach Karim Zito behia e wa Asante Kotoko na watimidi omo ye adwuma enya the needed results for Asante Kotoko no omo mfa sa kwan so for Faisal Charwetey de kwaku wa kire se ball no onimbo and numbers ne so odi ama this season no e good e wo league ni mu
ya go gran ti kwaku de wo kro bia no na nyam we china ye bebre na beba mame nkonkra. Okay, Legon Cities, Ebenya, two solid defensive midfielders. No more double pivot B. Tenedu and Alidu Mohammed. Now almost partnership now very solid. Ana Kotoko Fobe two Tenedu free. Ana Kaba Akope Alidu Mohammed. Alidu Mohammed di kweku. Makachero say Legon Cities team no. Teams be brain abetutu. So far, House of Folk, Nations, Dreams FC, Anna Samates, Anna Eberim se omope Alidu Mohammed. Nations FC diano, Penipana or Odano no Efre, Alidu Mohammed, a manager, your friend Maga, Oko Madina. Dodwana friend Maga because Alidu Mohammed or a Madina boy. A one and the manager Maga ewo. Emma Nations FC penny pan friend Maga. I will need a booking meeting. Yami Aduma next week. Some person do mu proposal edeba. Summer test for the first bid Kwame marriage you. Summer test air train omu second bid say omu de beko. Na the Continental Club Masters Accra House of Folk die no. The tieni say kwaku adwuma ne de has for no ema ye say watara na eto aso a because say players are House of Folk edi nkomo ni nyina no eye coach watara na edi anim
nti Kwame site say Zito de ya nti ye ma nye na adwuma oye na adwuma
because coach watara afre boy no
ma nye na adwuma
coach watara ene Maga so akasa boy na nkasa manager na onkomodi ni emu no omo say omo prepare omo bid ne diaba eye Accra House of Folk omo prepare omo bid no for Alidu Mohammed we patch of fanetus na nipa bebre nse denim no na yehu no Alidu Mohammed oye defensive midfielder na say midfielder edema Legon Cities na okaisa last season coach watara ne boy ni wie yo na nka also join has na sa defensive midfield role no na opel no ahead mpokra of Collinson by House of Folk and Legon Cities enwie boy ne contract ewu at the end of the season. So House of Folk for 8 year quicker on befa Alidu Mohammed as a free agent.
The contract enche be wu na
season be we ya ewu. Na the manager no and the management team no say omo no nioma miensa ana omo hwehwe obi odi good offer beba obi a obetima develop boy no ana obi a obetima project boy no. Now 4 teams o mabani nyina no it seems say House of Folk enkomo no ankomani je ho but to say House of Folk e de bid ne beba no eno mo twen by House coach watara aka kire Maga ana Alidu say omo ntwen Alidu Mohammed say omo ntwen omo prepare new bid e de aba so Alidu Mohammed ne has de no kwaku de tie no na ukopie mo House o abie ma on sa House of Folk ewo Abrante friend say Abdulaziz striker so far won say go league nim Asamoah Boateng enche go Hamza Isa ashe 4 Kwabena Boateng ashe 2 ana Mauli Wayo ashe 6 goals in time ba House of Folk who nim say next season no about the striking role and answer forward department on a kwekon pese almost strengthen hono on pese hoyeshi na me intercepting komo bi e call so wo World Trade Center se me ka World Trade Center wo no in komo bi ko ho ama me intercept san komo no player ba ko a impanyimfo bo ni din eye babie ni Gold Stars Alex Aso babie ni Gold Stars has of folk impanyimfo bo ni din omo meeting bi ase a me intercepted san komo no Alex Aso ni din ewum na in komo na course no mo se omo po bi a one oye good ne quality no was robet mama omo goals a o say matured and experienced e wo Ghana Premier League nim eno nim say Alex Aso de Interlice Legon Cities and the second season with Baby any Gold Stars enti Alex Aso kwaku ni din e wo list nim
Kwame Pacho okay we dey bobo list na
anka pes o bibi afa bibi
oh dey bobo list na me question bi say nti bobo wi ana
okay so Alex Aso de no ono so ne contract no enche bi e be wie with Baby any Gold Stars by House of Folk boy ni din e wo mo list no so omo ne Baby any fo no enkasa ye omo for official bid enkoy by players are no mudi omo nkomo no yakoftwa mu World Trade Center no yete Alex Aso din ewom House of Folk supporters ni busa say this season omo pe winger onimbo ne bo ne quality no wasoro o create o goals on say obeka ya a check krasa manse go ne yebeye even so say wusu a story ne de mawo yes a story ne dada na kwaku ne yesako the management of even so say wusu en kan no see akan wo samates no sa winger no up to date House of Folk emfa any official bid enkoy but ma catch there some even so say wusu ni team say omunya abotre enche bi omo de bid beba omo prepare official bid e dia ba by official negotiation bi enko so ana omo ni omo ntina ase enkasa ase contract details by House of Folk e no crest or show interest the center back area kwaku someone mufa wo ho o say sibe wo ho kunadu yadom Michael Ewua ana opon afra ne wo enti ankasa players we dey obeka so ye okay onim say House of Folk at the time of ne Karela e ball draw e wa Accra Sports Stadium no we dey metima confirm the amount House of Folk Jonas any Karela for center back Abdulrahman Yaya enkomo akoso or ye center back edema Karela your friend Abdulrahman Yaya House of Folk for at the time of Karela ebo Accra Sports Stadium no House in penny for the boy ne kasai na boy we no wakwaya trials for House of Folk penny ana amfa so manfa no ana wako Karela say ni modern bono eso anipa do say ni man koye mfa ma Karela by individually abranti we modern bono wosoro ema House of Folk ani abranti ne twetwe nkomo omo pemne calmness how we drive defense no ama mo ne na twetwe nkomo say omo hwanim so metimi na kasa abranti ne so no kwaku enche bia no ne contract bebe wiye with Karela enti has Abdulrahman Yaya yes center back ko Karela omo ne kasa na we ma de konti a omo ne kasa no the situation of Opon Afrani
upon the extend you into moon I said to my dream omo to my dream
one thing say House of Folk board no as you Opon Afrani omo ne kasa
omo fa ne kana wode no farmer no face
I say negotiations say koso by adu
niema bebre akoso Opon kra say so fi club moko Kwame you are aware niema ni bebre akoso what I say send e be ya supporters ni enkoyete say we fi club mo ma boy no kwa asomdwe mo niema bebre
the contract ne so kra wu
exactly
at the end of the season
enti na make say ehu hia what I say send e dey asomdwe baba no because onko
so upon the no board ne kasa
kunadu na they should try to convince him
kunadu die ne die
no so nye na adwen so
kunadu die ne die do na about tire no do na wa mo no ehu
Kwame meninje Heart of Folk niema na wo bobo so kire me
weninje hu de na weninje
because me pese me hu say no Heart of Folk nye ready so beti ni sika top play bi wana nkomo na wo ne me bo no ye the contract ibewu the contract ewu free player and you bad trying to be free and you bad but kwaya me to say parts na no how to focus what you say Akwai to say obi a free bia no or your option to how to focus.
Oh, by saying you nyina
Kwame
players ni be bro ho mo contract has no mu di nkoma
Alidu then how to focus and signing last year.
Oh, ne is kasem no am so
enti e no mo ye ne sen twen anya twen ya bia hwe ma men kasem kire Kwame what I am worried about ne say how to focus e wo problem e wo nim ho. It is a person me see din how to focus and number 9 be ebeba how to focus. I was all you proving goal scorer not just one season but consistently because it has been hard to focus problem over about 5 years in here. What I say? And your beer last year I go me boy where some ball place ni be there na quite say but Kwame e din na wo watch them no. Omonye proving is how Alessa so he's my me pronounce am pawo. Na style ni nye goal scoring baby un say or you or is 9 now or hard no. What I say is that the profile has to focus here now.
Oh ni din wo list so no nche say o mafa na
Alessa so the situation contract is something saying
oh no so de ni be wu anti
Big Kawasa.
one thing say uti asem na o ka say has for free no me bisa wo say Real Madrid so
oh komo isa me kan ya na me san so ka
Kilentia say
say me nua say me kan ya minim so bia be kan say me kan na me say free enye bone
but one thing say me has to focus say or players are or more experience e was one me Alex so o ka say wo fa na me good o ka say wo fa Abdulrahman Yaya na in case say o pon afra na ekwa for the last 3 seasons in Ghana Premier League as a centre back we prove
Kwame last year play Beneba had to focus no only good wo win so
o si player be
Beneba had to focus no only good wo win so
oh we be oba
every player looks good if you want to defend it but my point is Kwame my point is that if we want to take Hearts of Folk back to where they belong there are kind of recruitment they need to do, which I am not seeing.
And say, that means they work and that means also has to go for man.
Oh, now Kwame Nkomo be na me ni now we a big club. We Real Madrid e kwa konenam e tefe ne e fa say Alaves ne Deportivo Alecro who can be happy.
Oh, very
my point is that if you want to take Hearts of Folk back, Hearts of Folk goal scoring has been a problem. Who are no Makofa Junior Club be the number, Yasan Ochin be the number. Just say boys Adimola look say Kutinana boy be na Nigeria. You see, it has been a problem over the years. So if I want to see Hearts of Folk be linked to a number 9, then number 9 should be someone who has been consistently been scoring goals.
Oh, maybe I work and maybe I'll free by the was you. And yes, I have to focus and try say on Benyo Ubia. We prove for bear 2-3 years so. But I won't say, oh, you will transfer, sir. Your options, you will win your first target, or second target, or third target. Unless as for the no.
Oh, Kwame Pacho, Mr. One here, Minia, Alice, Mini Papa, no, I bet to say no commodity. But everybody, here's a bet to say. But we are expanding to say,
you be a man, and say, I'm listeners, no, you're per strikers, sir. Maybe your first choice away, your second choice away, your third choice away. So the first choice now your second choice.
My problem is that one year Ghana, Obibeju anu esibon say you are saying Alexa so is.
No.
And you say nkoma yedi but Obibetimi easily agi anu esibon say Alexa so is a bad player. Alexa so eye me wan pass one year me hu ni level ni ye wo bibie ni go start. Injuries no obe prache ye pa back oni ball ni bob brutal or ha but un say sa striker no ofa no a ese se wonya e bia go two top bi na striker bi so so clinical they won't say the profile no I am looking at the profile more than the individual.
Because when I say the profile no or ye more of like an offensive pivot
you ever say Kwame Yaru and Eric Bequendi
any more of an offensive pivot be defenders
exactly kill defenders
exactly so baby they work can they right 100% because if has to folk obi or ye more clinical and ka ye ni strikers ye ni defenders enkono obi to say Asamoah Boateng team yes ade so what you has to folk this season Asamoah Boateng she
also pressing
by pressing on the defenders e press so pa na a creative space obi abefa so sa profile the akabeka say no krebi order by the akani obi a
clinical someone who get the ball in the net
one na free ba me
big amount command time ne book
in komoya ye di I feel say transfer na nkasa na kwana fe na ye baba be wuram enti e bia possibly had to focus asia odidi nkomo enti de ye kan nyina no e bia na had to focus target a striker bia make us no ye goal scoring machine enti omunim say e was say ye pay we di ka we ho e was say ye nya we di ka we ho so omunim nso so aye twa omadwen de Zito because had to focus long standing problem has been the goal scoring department any mu honum they've brought in players trying to solve that particular problem but aye problem e dey ama had to focus striker na oba be solve problem dey ba no was aba be done the problem and you have to focus no. If you have to get people on more clinical. This season, Alex Asopa has been injured. He's played around only 9 matches. Our Ghana Premier League and I watched 2 goals. And he's one player when he is fit, he gives you that good performances. Now I feel the numbers like at the attack. How to folks should check that injury situation of the player. No more young Juma. So move to me a young Juma. They should bring the player on board. Now in Komoya they need to get someone who is clinical. And now AB to somebody working on a Hamza. Now on to sweat me my son numbers in the coming season. Any problem? All we want to see is that Heart to Folk gets better day in day out because I've always been saying this. Say Heart to Folk here better. Sante Kotoko here better. Omumi anu netimi driving league no. Omo netimi dragging league no. Omo na this unnecessary attention no. Eba Ghana Premier League no so with no form of disrespect to the other clubs. And the Heart to Folk keep making sure say omo benya the right players. Ebe fit into the scheme of work. Ewa Heart to Folk. No matter solve goal scoring problem no going forward and going into next season.
Okay, Kwame.